So you want to blame the refs?
No.
Tuca?
I think he's going to get enough shit without me piling it on.
Hockey gods?
You can't blame the hockey gods every time you have a loss.
I guess we could blame Bruce.
Well, no, how about we lost? Huh? How about we deserve to lose? How about we got outplayed this time, huh? What's wrong with that? Why can't we take a loss every now and again? There's no superficial bullshit. There's no something has to be to blame. There's nothing that we can control about it. We lost. We were the worst team. They beat us. That happens.
Huh? Oh. No, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was tweeting about how the refs are dog shit.
Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team, welcome back, and that is not a dub. Not a dub. Not right. That was a kick in the balls, huh? Let's talk about the pregame and get right into it, because this is not one that I want to mince words on. First of all, Cliffy gets taken out of the lineup. I guess short leash for the guy. His advanced analytics haven't been great, but I really haven't seen anything from him that I thought he would get bumped. So I kind of went, maybe they just want to get more fresh. They want to get him back in the lineup just so he gets a game, gets up to speed, because they know they're going to need him throughout the season at times. And this is the time to do it. You've got a big lead in the division as far as fifth place team versus you. And so you want to make sure your guys are fresh. So, all right, Cliffy takes a back seat. Rask gets to start in net. Of course, we all figured he would. And a fun little tidbit from the beginning of the game, Jack Edwards was going over this, that we had 5 players before the game that were in double digits points. That's Bergie, of course, Marshy, Krejci, McAvoy, and Nick Ritchie. When the game ended, we would have 6 players with double-digit points. Pasta now gets included in that list. Nice to have multiple players with double digits. This game was straight up weird and it was frustrating. So I assume a lot of us kind of, all right, we're due for a loss. This is the 3rd game in 4 days. It's a back-to-back as well. Not only that, but after the first period, Zaboral goes out with an upper body injury. I don't have more information on that yet. So we're playing a man down for the 2nd and 3rd period, and we're exhausted from this road trip. We talk about games you want to see your teams win, right? We talk about how you want to make a statement that, hey, it doesn't matter what the circumstances are, we're going to find ways to win. Now, we can't win them all. As Brett Ritchie said, I think it was Brett Ritchie and not Nick Ritchie, said, we're not going to go 80-3 or whatever it is. It's not, but he's right. You aren't going to go virtually undefeated throughout the season. You're going to take losses. We can all relax a little bit. Game starts and we actually look great. Bjork is skating really hard for his first couple shifts, which you love to see. That's going to come back around. And the Islanders are playing their typical boring bullshit hockey. They're icing the puck. I think they iced the puck 400 times in the first 8 minutes. The first 10 minutes of the game would have been a slog, but it wasn't because the Bruins were pressuring a ton. It's just every time we had a chance, the Islanders just ice the puck, ice the puck, ice the puck. God, they're boring. But eventually they break. They are bending, bending, bending. Finally, they break. The second line starts the possession. We're in their zone. We're holding the puck. We're doing really well. And we change man by man out to the first line. The puck gets cycled. Pasta down to Bergie. Bergie is behind the net. He finds a beautiful feed to Marshy, who's streaking through the slot, coming directly through the middle. Backhander, past a few players, and Marshy just does not miss. Snipes it low blocker, and boom, it's a 1-0 lead 10 minutes into the first. Confidence, right? Confidence! It slips away so fast. Rask makes a couple big saves immediately after this to preserve the lead, but then defensive turnovers, and Zaboral had some, Carlo had some, Bjork had some. It got bad, and it led to a goal. It was a scramble in front of the net. Peugeot was able to finish it off. You do kind of want a glove to get on this, but it also was a mad scramble, so you can't give a lot of hate to this. Wait, you'll get your chance. You'll get your chance to get upset at Rask. Don't worry. There were 2 Islanders to 1 Bruin. That math doesn't work out when you're talking about directly in front of the goalie. Dirty goals, guys. That's how Isles win games. That's how they do it. Their stupid dragon mascot. It doesn't make any sense. The Isles turn it the fuck on. They start plowing down with the forecheck. They're keeping possession, chances left and right. What really aggravates everyone about this, a bizarre softie. Top of the right circle, and Eberle just throws it at the net. At an angle that I haven't gone back to rewatch it because I'm so fucking annoyed at it, that I'm kind of questioning, hey, if you don't skate out a little bit, and get your pads down, does it miss wide? And all Eberle is looking for is a rebound because he has teammates coming down the left side. He just wants it to bounce to them. They have an open net. Rask comes out to meet it. But the problem is it goes right through his legs, bounces off the back of his right leg and into the net. A massive softie against a team you just can't allow that against because you're struggling to score goals against them. Down 2-1, deservedly so, just not off of that goal. That didn't deserve to get in the net. That's frustrating. So there you go, Rask haters. Have a fucking heyday with that one. I compliment Rask in the last game he starts, and here we are. Here we are! Zboril didn't look right in the first period, and he does not come back to the game because he has an upper body injury. I've mentioned that already. So for the rest of the game, we're playing a man down. But we do have some really nice chances in the first few minutes of the second period, but we can't get them in the net, which is exactly what you're afraid of with the Islanders. That is your fear, is you cannot score on them when you need to catch up. You can't get behind this team. Quick thing on the refs in this game. I'm not going to sit here and blame the refs, but I will say, I just need some consistency. So Coyle gets hooked, and yes, he was chicken wing, and you saw the ref go, no, I'm not calling that. But here's the problem. It was clearly also affecting him from getting the puck. You could see him being pulled by a hook. The stick still got there, hooked him, and then Coyle held it to be like, look, I'm being hooked. So yeah, the cell ruined it, right? I said verbatim. Well, if you're not going to call it now, don't call it later. And what do you think they did? They called it later. They called it a huge moment, and it was a scoring chance for Barzal. We'll get there, but don't talk to me about consistency if you're not going to keep making the calls all game. Come on! The refs are not the reason we lost that game. They are super not. Ref, we're going to complain about you guys all season if you can't get the consistency down. You just can't. You can't call half a game. You lazy fucks. Get it together. All right, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Trying to cool down my head. Also, something I'm going to talk about a little later, Smith gets dropped down to the third line and Bjork gets bumped up. Initially, I thought this was just keeping the lines fresh. I don't know if this was more of a demotion to Smith or if he thought he might work better with Coyle and why Bjork got bumped up. I don't know. After that huge rant, of course, we do get a power play chance, and our power play is fucking asleep. After this game, we are 0-9 in our last 9 power plays. You know, sometimes I say we need to get more creative, and I actually wrote that down, get more creative. But then I went back and watched some of these power plays, and it's not creativity. It's shoot the fucking puck, man. It does not have to be Bergie bumper pasta office. It doesn't. And Marshy, you saw trying to get things going. Get Krejci off the power play. It's McAvoy's job. It is McAvoy's job. I want to see him there. I know we're trying to limit ice time. We need McAvoy on that power play. Later on in the period, great feed from DeBrusk for Richie. He goes high and drops it right into Richie's glove, who's on a breakaway, puts it on his stick, and there's no puck luck, man. There's no puck luck because Richie has the shot. He beats him, but Varlamov gets just a little piece with his glove, and it goes off the crossbar and out, and another, like the corner of the crossbar, a weird bounce, and it goes back into Richie's skates. And just, I thought it was in. It was an optical illusion. Me and Edwards both were like, yeah, but no. Only I didn't have to be embarrassed because I'm not calling the live games, and Edwards, everyone heard that mistake. You donkey. Just kidding, Edwards. I sort of love you sometimes and sort of hate you others. Haas has the puck in our zone, and he smashes it up to Marshy, who's in the neutral zone on the left side, and he gets a clean entrance. Now, this is a 2-on-1, but there's a trailer. Carlo is our second guy, and he's coming right down the slot, but really, all he was a pick, because the defender takes Carlo, and right behind him is Bergie, just sitting all alone. Marshy, nice little dish back to Bergie. Bergie picks his spot, launches it blocker side. That's 2-2, baby! And it's another comeback for the boys, but it's in the second period. Weird. I wonder how other things will change. This is where I realized that maybe Bjork didn't get bumped to the second line. I think he did have one shift with them, but he got benched for the rest of that second period. Now, he would come back in the third. Start the third. The call that I was complaining about is Pasta hooks Barzal on a scoring chance. Now, this actually was a hook, and Barzal did have a scoring chance. Yes, I get you have to make that call. It doesn't make it any less frustrating when you look back to earlier in the game and you were blatantly letting everything go. For both sides. Again, not the ref's fault, but call the whole game. Seriously. On the power play, a really, really rare mistake from St. Patrice. He completely whiffs on a clearing attempt. A puck just trickles away from him. It leads to more Islanders possession. And then the Islanders find Barzal, who's sitting in Pasta's office, really Ovi's office. scores. Not a lot Rask can do on that one. And they got the 3-2 lead. Then it set in, and the boys were tired. I mean, hey, we get a power play chance. Lauzon takes a high stick from Eberle, so let's go. But the power play is still asleep. And not only that, we give up a breakaway on the power play, and it's a shorty. This happens because Pasta held the puck too long, panicked, tried to make a play. Puck goes loose, and then Richie and Krejci collide with each other going for it. Break the other way. We're down by 2 goals. And we pull Rask with almost 3 minutes left in the game, and they don't score on the empty net, but we can't get anything to happen, and we have our second regulation loss of the season. We are now 10-2-2, and both of our regulation losses came to the same team. Really excited to watch all of the Islanders own the Bruins narrative. Hey, try beating the other teams in the division. We were not the better team last night, and we deserve that loss. And you lose some sometimes. We didn't deserve it. I hope this is a sign that the Islanders are turning a corner, because for, I'd say 60% of that game, the Islanders were interesting to watch. They were fun to watch. And I'm so sick of watching boring Islanders games. And if I'm an Islanders fan, I gotta imagine I'm watching a lot of other hockey games because their style sucks, man, as far as an entertainment value. But winning's always fun, so it doesn't really matter too much at the end of the day. We are 9-1-1 in our last 11. It's gonna be okay. Hey, does anyone know the rules about crowd noise? Because for 10 minutes of that third period, they had that shit on full blast. I've been to the Coliseum. I actually don't even know where this game was. Was this Barclays or the Coliseum? They're back at the Coliseum, right? Either way, I've been there. And that place gets ruckus. I've never heard it that loud. Not for that long. My God. Lastly, I keep ending on kind of negative stuff, even on the wins, but this is a loss, so we should end on something negative. Bjork's benching looks bad. And I don't understand it, and I'm starting to get a little worried because I don't think Bjork deserved to be benched. Yes, he had some turnovers, but look around, everyone did. And it feels like Cassidy is such a short leash with a few of these guys. I'm wondering if Cassidy's too bench happy with some of these younger guys. And I'm also wondering, what is the frustration level from the coaching staff? Are they seeing something where they go, we're not good enough, and they're kind of hitting the panic button, even though our results are so good? Is it, hey, we're not blowing teams out. Hey, we're not beating teams by like a real margin consistently. Where is the panic meter with these guys? Or is there any at all? Because I'm not looking for my panic button. When everyone's healthy, do trades start happening? Do we cut into some of this depth? There's a little bit of concern because I don't know what's going through Bruce's head right now. And I think a lot of people are looking at that benching going, okay, feels a little harsh, especially when you're already down a guy because Boral's injured. And you're on your third game in 4 nights. I'm not a fan of that one. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This was game 14. I think it's episode 17. I don't know if we count the 0.5s, what it's at, but whatever. We have another bit of a break, another 4-day break. I might just take that 4 days off. We'll see. Love you guys. Thank you so much for making this so enjoyable to do. Go Bees.